The Israeli government and Hamas, which governs the Gaza Strip, are locked in a year-after-year cycle of escalation, war, ceasefire, and repeat. There may be a new government in Israel for the first time in 12 years, but 2 months in, there is zero reason to believe that Prime Minister Naftali Bennett and his fragile coalition are going to chart a new path. In the last week, rockets have been fired from Gaza into Israel. Israel responded with airstrikes. There have been nightly protests and deadly clashes between Palestinians and Israeli soldiers along the separation fence. Bennett has vowed to, quote, settle the score with those who harm Israeli troops and citizens, and says the army is prepared for any scenario. Hamas has also issued warnings and continues to urge Palestinians to protest. It is urgently calling for desperately needed foreign aid and reconstruction material to be allowed into the Gaza Strip. The expectation is, until that happens, the situation will continue to escalate. In addition, the ceasefire brokered by Egypt in May hasn't resolved the lingering issues for Palestinians. These include grievances regarding ultra-nationalists' access to the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound, that is Islam's third holiest site, forced displacement of Palestinians from their homes, and demolitions in occupied East Jerusalem, building a port in Gaza and opening up the crossings, and a prisoner exchange. Political analysts believe Bennett's government, which now includes members of a Palestinian-Israeli party, will collapse if there is another war this year. Hamas is struggling to address the deteriorating humanitarian conditions inside the Gaza Strip. Both sides seem to have little interest in returning to war at this juncture. But Hamas wants to keep the pressure on Israel, and Prime Minister Bennett has said he will not relaunch the peace process. Just how long this current ceasefire holds may ultimately rest on shedding the status quo and opening up more freedom of movement and goods into the Gaza Strip, which human rights groups have described as the largest open-air prison in the world.